right, Mitsubishi bros, Japanese nostalgia bros. I'm back at it. I don't know. It's got to be up there in one of the nicest, cleanest. This is the nicest, cleanest car I think I've ever gotten, like of any car I've ever bought. New, used. I'm trying to think, like maybe my original E92 M3, like in 2010. But like every car I've ever gotten has always had some funk to it. This thing has 1,947 miles on it. We'll show you on the odometer. It's a 2005, so it's an Evo 8. And the thing is freaking clean, man. So I actually cheated before making this video. I did a quick decon, so it's ready to polish. But yeah, the previous owner really knew what he was doing. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of paint correction, but it's clear that they just didn't really touch it. He probably started up, drove around the neighborhood, put it back under a car cover, because it doesn't even have a lot of wiping marks and things like that. So it's pretty cool. But I wanted to give you a walk around, show you what we got. I guess let's start on the driver's side and just kind of walk around the car, and we can talk about how the thing looks, what it looks like. So I'm not an Evo expert yet. I'm quickly becoming one. I talked to my friend Chris Gorberry and Anthony from the Rag Company. Had a Zoom call with them about what my modification plans were, and I've been deep into ordering and buying stuff. But I can't really think of much to do in the interior. We'll do an aftermarket single din. I don't want to do the relocation thing that people do, so I probably won't do much in here. I probably won't do gauges or any of that crap. So we'll just leave the factory gauges. We'll change the head unit, maybe put some better coax speakers. I may do some sort of little amplifier or something like that. Depends on how much I end up driving this thing. I like the stock steering wheel, so I would like to keep the airbag. I don't plan on changing that out. But this thing is mint. Like, look at the seats. They are darn near perfect. The only thing I need to fix, there's a little scratch right here, and I don't even know if I'm gonna mess with it. There's a couple little, maybe like a key scratch or something, and a little nick right there. But everything else in the interior is freaking perfect. This is why I like buying and spending more money on a car. I paid $76,000 for this, which is insane for an Evo. But there was no comps. There's nothing else like this. I doubt, I saw one on Bring a Trailer that sold for 90 that had like 800 miles on it or something like that. I think that was an Evo 9. I headed down the path of looking for some sort of car that I could drive and feel like I'm not going to worry about it as much. And then as I'm looking at cars that are, slightly janked for 40, 50,000 bucks, I'm like, well, why don't I just buy the best one? And so that's what we have here. But interior super, super clean. These Recaros are perfect. Like, I wish all my Recaros felt like this. Sportsters and these feel so much better than the Speed 5s I have in my E36. They just fit me better. I feel like the seating position, steering wheel has, it's not telescopic, so it doesn't go in or out, but you can move the steering wheel wherever you want. So I find the seating position to be great. I haven't driven it yet because we have to do like fluids. Actually, the battery was dead. I just put a temporary battery in it. But we're gonna start tearing it apart and doing timing belt, serpentine belt, alternator belt. We're gonna do all the the trans, the ACD, the differential, oil change, coolant flush, and start to do all that stuff. Brake line, brake fluid flush. I'm putting stainless steel lines and stuff like that on it. So we need to do all that before I can go out and really, give it a once over. But I'm going to do some minor modifications to start, and then maybe a second round of upgrades prior to tuning the car. But I'm going to shoot for somewhere around, a mid to high 300 horsepower at the wheels. I want it to be, like I said, I'm not running E85. I don't want a bunch of gauges all over the place. I don't want to be driving around with a laptop on my front seat. I just want nice, clean OEM plus. So that's the plan. So all the door cards look great. So this story of this car is a guy, being a Mitsubishi collector, had bought all his cars from a local dealership up in Illinois, and I think he has a bunch of VR4s and stuff like that. Maybe I should call him and try to get one of those someday. But he has a bunch of VR4s, a bunch of Evos, sold the Evo back to the dealership he bought it from, so the owner of the dealership had bought it and owned it for several years. It's kind of became the dealership mascot. I think he just threw it up there, put some crazy number on it for sale, didn't think anybody would buy it. Well, here we are. It's sitting here in my garage, owned by yours truly. So the wheels and tires, so the tires, these are all, everything on this is original. It had the original battery, original brakes, original pads, original tires. And now that I've seen it, I ordered new tires, and the new tires are on the way. Now that I've seen it, I'm thinking, shoot, maybe I shouldn't have done that. These, what are these, Advan 8046? AO46? They look freaking great. I wonder if he had flat stoppers or something on it. I don't know if it's gonna roll funny. So I bought upsize, so I went to 245 4017 for the stock wheels. I'm probably not gonna keep the stock wheels, but I did buy spacers, and I bought ordered tires, which should be here today, just for these. And I'm gonna take these off, I'm gonna coat them. We'll take the wheel weights off the front, and we'll fix that. But you can see, we'll get the car up in the air in a second here. I haven't seen it yet, but it's freaking clean, man. The Brembos look great. These Brembos tend to get pretty faded. I've seen in a lot of cars, so they look brand new. We'll clean those up. I'll probably still take this to the dry slab, and we'll probably do a dry ice cleaning on it. But for now, we're gonna get it up in the air and see how it looks. All the plastics and everything look great. I'm gonna do Olin's Road and Track, molarized, or molar, they call it molarized suspension. So I'm gonna have him build me a set of custom Road and Track setup for this, and with a bunch of white line, like roll center adjusters, stuff like that, is what we'll likely do. But look at the engine bay, it's so clean. I just bought a $100 battery just to put in it, because I knew we'd be needing to move it around. I ordered I have the ETS battery mount. So in order to do with this car, when you pull the air box, and if you want to do, or they call it short route intercooler piping, you need to turn the battery and get the battery out of the way, and then you'll have the tile thingy that goes on top. What is that thing called? I'm not very well versed in turbo stuff. The blow off doesn't go off here, right? Whatever that thing is, that vent thingy that goes on top of the intercooler piping. So I'll probably I have to decide what I'm going to do, what kind of color theme I want to go with under here, whether I do it in like textured black powder coat, or if I do and spend the extra money to do titanium piping or something like that. I certainly wouldn't do burnt titanium, but I'm probably going to do the Beat Rush strut tower brace. I think they're the only ones that make ones that uses all 3 points. So the battery will turn. I ordered a tiny little lithium ion battery from Anti-Gravity, so that'll go there. STM turbo or engine manifold. The Sheepy Race designed CSF thinner radiator. It's about a 1/4 inch thinner, but it's full width. And then we'll do probably STM piping to match the intercooler piping. I'll probably do JDM headlights. I mean, these are so clean and so nice, but the chrome look needs to go. And I've already done this. I've kind of was torn on this, but I already ordered an Evo 9 bumper. I wanted an Evo 9, but this is perfect. And there's probably not an Evo 9 around that has less than 2,000 miles on it. So, I want to do the Evo 9 bumper. I ordered the Cusco front member brace, and then I ordered the ETS larger intercooler, the 3.5 inch core, the intercooler that fits behind the brace. And then again, I got to decide on what piping I'm going to do. Once you do the piping, from what I understand, once I start doing all that, and you start doing intake, then you have to tune the car. The car goes pretty nutty from what I can tell in the little bit of reading and stuff that I've done thus far. But we're going to do timing belt, serpentine belt, and the alternator belt. I ordered a carbon fiber cam gear cover. I also ordered new plugs, so they should be here hopefully today. I ordered new coil packs as well, and I'm kind of regretting it because I like the cover on top of here. When all those new coil rail thingies tend to end up with a weird looking open design. I'm not sure I like that. We'll do some other engine dress up, make it look cool. Part of the advantage of buying something like this, I know some of you are going to freak out, is in that we got like a numbers matching perfectly stock car. I get to basically start from scratch. This is like buying it brand new from the factory, and I get to do what I would have done had I bought it, which is to modify the heck out of it. Why not? Everything will be bolt-on. I'll bag and tag everything that comes off the car. I have an air-conditioned storage unit where all those parts are for my various cars, and I'll just leave them there, and I'll be sure to keep all that stuff, you know, if we ever needed to put it back together. So then the paint I'm going to polish, and I have to decide if I'm going to paint protection film it. I mean, it is pretty special, this car, so I may call Ryan and send it down there and have him PPF the whole thing. But it's kind of a lot of money for a car that isn't worth that much. So I'm not 100% sure what I'll do there. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll make that decision next day or two. Window tint, we'll do the window tint on it. I ordered 4 different exhausts. So I ordered HKS Turbo something, HKS High Power Silent. I ordered the Fujitsubo RM01A, and I ordered the Tomei whatever, which I'm sure I'm gonna hate. The Tomei Expreme, I'm sure I'm gonna hate that. So we'll see how long that lasts. Maybe somebody can put in the comments, can I get rid of this wiper blade? Is there like a cap that you can buy to get rid of that thing? I'd like to get rid of that. I'm never gonna freaking use that. It would look cleaner without it. We'll debadge it. I ordered the JDM rear bumper, so I'll have that painted, and all the parts needed to, Chris Gorberry sent me the link to all the parts I need to make it OE-like. I did the STM crash bar behind there, so we'll pull the crash bar off so we can fit the JDM bumper. And then I ordered, I may have ordered taillights. I don't mind these, the Altezza style. The reason why I like these better than the JDM is that this is clear, where the JDMs have black housing, but then it has orange or amber. I don't know if I like that. And then we'll probably, once I get through that first round of exhaust, downpipe, intake, all that kind of stuff, then I'll probably do a bigger factory mount turbo. So I'll probably do like a, I don't know, Archinari, talk to him about it, or I forget what's the brand that everybody does. But I'll do like again, I'm not looking to do something crazy, but some version of like an Evo 9, an upgraded Evo 9 turbo in the car. And, you know, kind of try to keep it reasonably OEM plus. I think that, you know, the purpose of this car for me is to drive it. This car, I'm hoping that it gets me back on the road. And we'll do all the white line, you know, braces that are necessary. I'm going to talk to Muller tomorrow, on Wednesday, and make a determination what I'm doing with the suspension for a, you know, an OEM plus, like street plus type setup. And I want to lower the car. I'll probably put some Volks or something on it. We'll probably shave the rear fenders because I'd love to go flush, and do an 18 by 9.5 plus 22 on the car, because I think they look really cool that way. But yeah, that's an intro to, I just got the dirt on the floor mat there for the first time. Probably never seen dirt. This thing is gonna be awesome. So I didn't buy this with any, I bought this for me. I didn't buy this with any intention to do a giveaway or anything on it. And we'll see. We'll see if I love it, hate it, whatever. I mean, what better way to experience than to buy a, let me show you, let's see if the dealership went out and ripped it before they gave it to me. They probably didn't want to have any risk of losing out on a good deal. Yep, 1947. The original battery was toast. It couldn't. You could jump it, but it wouldn't even restart. We got to get the gas out of it, all the fluids out of it. I just don't know what the history is with all that, and so I'm guessing maybe the dealership did all that stuff, but maybe not. Maybe they just wanted to keep it all original. So, I mean, they even suggested, look, don't, you need to get this thing trailered. Don't drive it out of there. But it runs, doesn't knock, doesn't do any pinging or anything like that. So once we do all the fluid changes, belt change, all that stuff, we'll be good to go. And then I'm just going to play with different modifications. I think I'm about 15K into modifications already. So this thing will probably settle into being the complete opposite of a beater car like I'd planned it to be. It's going to be a $150,000 car by the time I'm done with it. But I don't think it'd be that much. I'm already halfway through all the parts that I plan to buy for it. Interior I want to keep pretty much the same. So I'm excited. It would be really cool to send this to E3 Customs and have a black headliner done. That would make a big difference because this gray headliner up here makes it feel cheesy. Makes it feel like a Mitsubishi. I've never had a car this tall on the lift. Let's see what...
It's basically like a new car.
Oh yeah. We gotta dry ice clean this thing. Look at that, dude. Oh yeah, we need a dry ice clean. Look at how dirty that is. That is not acceptable. It's a little dirty. Yep. We're going to the dry slab, bros. Factory Bilsteins. So don't get your hopes up, Evo bros. I'm not selling you any of these stock parts. These are going in a bag, in a box, getting labeled, and going in my storage unit. Factory brace there. Got your, oh no, I thought that was a rally skid plate.
Yeah, they do sell them though.
Uh-oh. What we got going here, Mike?
Oh. Like a little oil leak. Oh, no, maybe that's Cosmoline.
Yeah, it is.
It's sticky Cosmoline. That's all.
Oh yeah, I'm calling Scott right now.
Right here. It's all here too.
Yep, dry slab, here we come.
Yeah.
He said I would need to do that. I'm like, I don't need to do this thing. No, he's got 1,900 miles. He's never even seen rain. He says, I'm telling you, you're going to want to clean it. I'm like, okay.
You can see how it's on the brake lines and you know where they sprayed the Cosmoline.
Yeah.
So this will all turn like this color.
Yep.
Man, that's really on there.
That's gross. So there's a common misconception that Cosmoline is there to protect. No, it's there for shipping. And it should be removed. Like it should be taken off at the dealer. That's not undercoating, is it?
No, it's Cosmoline. It's sprayed on.
Yeah.
Some Blondie's been hanging out here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can clean this thing up for sure. I don't even have to take any panels off. Not a scrape on the front bumper.
Oh, it's perfect.
Pretty sweet. This is how I do it, Mike.
I know.
I don't like to do it any other way.
No. Start fresh.
Yeah, I got some work to do on the wheels. I'm gonna clean those
I
off.
think the brakes look pretty good, dude.
Yeah, I
think you
think.
need to change them.
Yeah, they're 4-piston. I'll just change the rotors to a nicer rotor and. I gotta see if racing makes some lugs for this. I think they're just M12. Yep, it needs the dry ice cleaning. That'll make it even better. Intercooler, that's gonna look sick. So, stay tuned. Will be a dry ice cleaning video, I guess.